Can seniors really build muscle after 60? That's the question. And let me start by telling you straight. Yes, it's absolutely possible. In fact, many people are surprised when they see men and women in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, lifting weights, looking strong, and moving with more energy than folks half their age. The problem isn't your body's ability to build muscle. The real problem is the belief that once you hit a certain age, your muscles are done, that you're destined to shrink, weaken, and lose independence. But the truth is far more hopeful, and if you stay with me, I'll show you how science and real-life experience prove that seniors over 60 not only can build muscle, but they can change their lives in ways they never thought possible. And before we dive deeper, let me remind you, don't forget to hit subscribe and share this channel so more people over 50 can discover the truth and reclaim their strength. Now, let me paint you a picture. Imagine two different 70-year-olds. One spends most of the day sitting, believing the myth that aging automatically means frailty. Their muscles shrink, their joints stiffen, their energy fades. The other chooses differently. They walk into a gym, pick up light dumbbells, start slowly, and over time, they push their limits. 6 months later, they can carry heavy grocery bags, climb stairs without gasping, and even play with their grandkids on the floor. Which version of aging would you choose? This story isn't just theory. Studies from respected medical journals confirm that people in their 60s and 70s can increase muscle size and strength through resistance training. One study even tested nursing home residents in their late 80s and 90s. And after just 8 weeks of strength training, their leg strength doubled. Think about that. People who society had written off as too old were proving that the human body still responds to effort, even in the last chapters of life. So why does this happen? It comes down to muscle fibers. Yes, we do lose muscle mass with age, a condition called sarcopenia, but loss is not destiny. Your muscles are like engines. If you stop using them, they rust. But when you challenge them, even gently at first, they adapt. They rebuild. They grow. It's not as fast as in your 20s, but it's still real, measurable progress. Here's where most seniors go wrong. They either think it's too late, or they push too hard and injure themselves. The sweet spot is smart. Progressive training starting where you are, not where you used to be, and letting your body surprise you. Let me share a personal reflection. I've met dozens of people over 60 who began lifting weights or doing resistance bands for the first time in their lives. One man told me, "I thought my strong days were over after I retired, but within months of consistent workouts, he felt younger, slept better, and even his doctor reduced his blood pressure medication." Another woman said she could finally open jars and carry her laundry basket without asking her husband for help. These are small victories, but they add up to dignity, independence, and joy. Isn't that what we all want as we age, to keep living life on our own terms? Now, let's get a little scientific, but I promise to keep it simple. Building muscle after 60 is about 3 key things: resistance training, protein, and recovery. First, resistance training. You don't need heavy barbells unless you enjoy them. Bodyweight movements like squats from a chair, wall push-ups, or resistance bands can spark muscle growth. The principle is called progressive overload. That means you challenge your muscles just a little more over time. For example, if you can do 10 chair squats today, next week, try 12. If you walk with 2-pound weights now, try 3 pounds later. It's about small, steady steps. Second, protein. Your muscles are built from protein, and as you age, your body doesn't process it as efficiently. That means seniors actually need more protein than younger adults. If you're over 60, aim for protein at every meal: eggs, fish, chicken, beans, Greek yogurt, or even a protein shake if needed. One of the biggest mistakes I see is seniors eating mostly carbs and very little protein. That's like trying to build a house without bricks. You can't expect your muscles to grow if you're not feeding them the right materials. Third, recovery. Younger people bounce back quickly. At 60 or 70, your body needs more time. That doesn't mean you stop. It means you train smarter. 2 or 3 strength sessions per week, with rest days in between, is usually plenty. Sleep also matters more than ever. Growth hormone, which helps repair muscles, is released when you sleep deeply. So don't think of rest as laziness, it's part of the process. Now let's address fear. Many seniors hesitate because they worry about injury. That's valid. No one wants to get hurt. But the real danger is inactivity. Weak muscles make you more likely to fall, more likely to fracture a bone, more likely to lose your independence. Strength training, done properly, is protective. It stabilizes your joints, strengthens your bones, and even sharpens your mind. Yes, your mind, because research shows resistance training improves memory and focus by boosting blood flow to the brain. Imagine fighting both frailty and forgetfulness with one habit. Here's something that really inspires me. Strength is not just physical, it's emotional. When you lift a weight or stand up from a chair without holding onto the armrest, you're telling yourself, I can still improve. I'm not finished. That mindset changes everything. Too often, people over 60 are told to slow down or take it easy. But what if instead we said, challenge yourself carefully and see what you're capable of? That's the mindset that builds not just muscle, but resilience and confidence. Let me share another observation. I've noticed that seniors who train don't just gain muscle, they gain community. Whether it's a class at the local YMCA, it's a group of friends walking with weighted backpacks, or even an online community sharing progress. There's a joy in knowing you're not alone. Aging can be isolating, but strength training creates connection. And that connection is as powerful for health as the training itself. So can seniors really build muscle after 60? Absolutely. But here's the bigger truth. Building muscle isn't just about aesthetics or looking toned. It's about function. It's about being able to live life on your own terms, to travel, to play with your grandkids, to garden without back pain, to carry your own groceries with pride. Strength is freedom, and it's never too late to start. If you've been sitting there thinking, I don't know where to begin, here's my advice. Start small. Begin with movements you can do safely at home. Stand up and sit down from a chair 10 times. Do wall push-ups. Pick up a gallon of water and curl it. Walk with purpose. And as you gain confidence, explore more structured programs, or seek a trainer who understands seniors' needs. The first step is simply to begin. And while you do this, remember, feed your body the right way. Aim for balanced meals. Prioritize protein. Hydrate. And don't neglect vitamins like vitamin D and calcium that support bone and muscle health. Think of every meal and every movement as a deposit in your strength bank account. Over time, those deposits compound, and the results will surprise you. I want to leave you with this thought. The human body is astonishingly adaptable. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, or even 90. If you give your muscles a reason to grow, they will respond. Don't let the myth of aging rob you of your potential. Instead, embrace this stage of life as a chance to prove to yourself that you're stronger than you thought. So, you ready to challenge that myth? To take back your strength and to live fully? Can seniors really build muscle after 60? Yes, and the only thing left is your decision to start. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to hit subscribe and share this channel so more people can join this movement. Together, we can rewrite the story of aging not as decline, but as possibility. Let's choose strength, resilience, and hope.